Hi everyone, it's Liz from Crafting with Nani. If you see that red live button, that means we're live. And if it's not, that means you're watching a replay. If you could do the hashtag replay, that lets Facebook will let me know that you watched, and then I can go say hi to you. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I'm just sitting around doing same old stuff I always do. So I've been making some tassels and cleaning some window, just all the little stuff I do on the weekends. So my daughter is out at her sister-in-law's. They're out by the pool over there. So when you come on, say hi so I can say hi back to you. I did find myself, but let me get rid of my volume over here. We'll see if I get any comments on anywhere. So Sandy's the first one. Here's some hearts for Sandy. Thank you, Sandy, for coming on. How is your day going? So we're going to work on this journal that I started. I didn't even know when we started it, to be truthful with you. It's been a little minute since we've been working on this one, but it is a ranch style. I do know that I got the book, hardcover book from Debbie Haskell. And then I believe that this is a print that came from Justin Krause, or the Crafty Brother, or just Craftin'. And then I Mod Podged it onto the book. And we did that a while ago. And then we added this little cute chicken print that I had for the inside covers for the front and the back. And we did that, and I added the blue, in there. And then we just have been playing with it. It is only one signature, but it's a biggie. It's a pretty big signature. I probably went way over my limit on how many to have on it. So let me, it's going good for you, Sandy. That's good. In West Texas, we got some sun. We do have some of those big old clouds, but we do have some sun, and it's nice out. So I should be outside, but I'm not. I'm in here doing all the fun stuff. So how's your weather by your place? I'm trying to think, just kind of showing, kind of the stuff that we did already in the book. And we got a little John Wayne. We just got a bunch of little pockets going on. And I do remember that I said that I put these beads on. I might try to pull these off and put thinner beads in it, those pearls, because they are really deep. Hi, Dina Marie. Thank you for coming in. How are you today? How was your Memorial Day weekend? Hi, Eileen. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Julie St. Pierre. How are you today? Well, I hope everybody's had a great weekend and everybody's weather. I really feel like I want to pull these off and put a smaller size on them, just because it takes up so much. I mean, to be truthful with you, that's what our bulk is. But we'll wait and see how big it gets when we're completely done. And then I might pop those off and just put flatter pearls on it. So I still have a bunch of stuff to work with. I gathered all of this, and so I have a bunch of stuff to still put in here. This, I think, it wasn't a belly band. We just put it on there. And I'm just trying to find our page that we want to decorate. This has a double kind of a pocket here. We have this pretty print. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of the prints in here are from Lisa Siegel, from Vintage Roots Digital Design. And then a couple of them are from just other free places that I might have gotten some stuff from. This was a napkin that I Mod Podged on. This was just some cute paper that I got, and piggies, and and what I did was I printed my papers on, I think this is a belly band. I printed them on this paper here. Let me see if I can get it to show you. So instead of just printing it on white paper, I printed it on, it says vintage paper, and I printed it onto this. It's raining, oh my goodness sakes. Well, we do need the rain. We were supposed to have rain, but it got pushed off. So it must have been pushed off and onto Alabama instead of Texas, because we were supposed to get rain like this whole weekend, and it hasn't happened. So let me see. I see somebody saying hi to Giselle, but I didn't see her pop in. So, oh, there you are. Hi, Giselle. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I got to figure out how to not do that so much with my tripod. So let's find a place where we can start playing and adding in. It's just a variety of different pictures in here. Sometimes I like to keep it to where it's, you know, before the 1800s. This is another belly band. We have our cute paper there. This is a little pocket. So this is the center of our signature. So we got that far. And then it looks like I made a pocket out of that. So I think this is where I left off, and we have to start on the other half of the signature. So let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's get our little hand, our little helping hand. And really, we don't need to put anything here. This will be a nice place for somebody to jot down a little information if they want to. We'll find out what we can put on this page right here. So, hi Rita, how are you today? Hi Dina, how are you? What's everybody's weather like? Like I said, it's been really nice here in West Texas. I do have a couple of 12 by 12s that have like a little bit of the cowboy theme with it. And we might use this if we want to make like a cute pocket if we want to do that. I have this one that's only one-sided, which I really kind of love because it's, even though it's new, it still looks like it's vintage, you know, kind of deal. So I kind of like that one paper. This came out of the Paper Studio Ephemera Designs. So this one came out of it. The rest of them, I don't even remember where I got them from. So I'm just going to set those aside, and if we want to make one of those fun pockets, I will get it out. It's rained all weekend. Yeah. It does get depressing, doesn't it? Even though we know we need it, it still gets depressing. So I have these pictures that I printed out, and this might be a cute spot to put something like that in there. I can hold off on that for a second. Like I said, I don't really have any agenda. I do like if we folded this, if we could make like a little, if I could make it a tuck. I have to see. I like to leave areas for people to write in their journals. So that's kind of neat. We could put that on, and then they can have it opened up and they could write inside of it. And I don't necessarily have to have it straight. I mean, I'm kind of a crooked kind of girl. So I do like that, but I almost wish I could put it to where it would be a flipper flapper out. Let's see if I can figure out how to flip it flap it. I mean, if I did it this way, we could do it this way, and then they could flip it this way and write on the inside, and they could flip it out that way and write on the outside if they wanted to. So that's an idea. I like that. I mean, I like it when I do that. It kind of definitely blocks that a lot. So I'm thinking I might just go ahead and do it with the cowboy hat, and then they'll have all of this spot to write on. So let's zhuzh it up, as they say. Let's zhuzh it up. So I think I'm going to use some vintage photo. I might have some ground espresso. So we'll just find which one looks the best. Hi, Amy. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Carol. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Tracy. How are you? We're doing good. We're going to have leftover Chinese food tonight because yesterday we got Chinese food. My friend's daughter got baptized yesterday. And we went out and we got a bunch of Chinese food to eat the night before. So it's got to be eaten up today. So we went and got a whole bunch. So I've got to get it used up. So we're having leftover Chinese food tonight. That's what I told my husband, because my refrigerator's full of Chinese food. And they can only like stay a day, you know. So I kind of like that. Now, do I want it straight? I don't necessarily have to have it straight. It might be easier for the person to journal in if it was straight, right? I could almost just glue that edge right there in, and then that way they could see the back. We could do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if we can make that happen. We can't. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Thank you for coming in. You're having leftover Popeye's chicken. I haven't had Popeye's chicken in a long time. In our area, I think there is one, but they have different chicken places out here in West Texas. We do have a KFC, and we have a Popeyes, and they have Church's chicken out here. And then there's one, I don't know the name of it, but there's one chicken place that has like a chicken literally sticking out the side of the wall. And I hear it's a really good chicken. Actually, I've eaten the chicken. I just have never been to the place. Somebody brought that chicken one time to a potluck at church. So I've had the chicken. So all I'm doing is kind of gluing it into the seam. Can you see what I'm doing? Can we see? Popeye's chicken. Yeah, I haven't had Popeye's in so long. And I think Popeye's mashed potatoes are lumpy, I think, aren't they? They're not a real smooth one. So I'm just making sure that I, can open and close. I think that's going to work. I think it's going to hold. And then that way, whoever gets it can, we're just going to set that like that. And I did have a little piece of plastic. Here I do. I'm going to put this right here just so it doesn't glue itself to the page for the moment. And then we can still put something over here. I have these cute, we can put this on here. This is for a social prize. I have that, and I have this cute one that shows about the saddles and stuff. I'm liking the color better on that one. Let me look in my bag of tricks. Let me look in my bag of tricks over here. I still want to put that. Maybe I'll fussy cut that out and put that there, and we'll make it a pocket. I like that. I like that idea. So I am going to, because this is too big to use. I mean, I could use it as a full page and a signature, but I am going to try and cut this down and trying not to lose all of that tree. And then we can use this for another page. And I'm going to get rid of my white. Doesn't Popeye's chicken have shrimp too? If I remember right, you could get fried shrimp, Popeyes. You got me on Popeyes. I wonder if they sell spinach for Popeye. I have a tickle in the back. This is my problem with my mash. I thought you said mustard potatoes. I'm gonna say, ew. I don't know if I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and distress the edges on this. And I think we're gonna just make it like a little pocket. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. I think we will make it either a belly band, which would be a very wide belly band, but that would be nice. And then we could just stick this card or something like that under it. That might be nice. And then they can write on the back of that. You're not sure about the shrimp? I don't know which one it is that sells the shrimp. It might be Church's. It could be Church's. One of them, you could get fried shrimp or you could get chicken. I don't remember which one it is, but it's been a long time, so I don't know. I don't know which one it is. We don't have any, you know, that's not more than 30 minutes. We have to drive 30 minutes to get that kind of fast food. So, all right. Let's put that in. And we'll just make it a nice belly band, or somebody can, just needs to go a little bit straighter for me. Yeah, up there. Maybe I just didn't cut it straight. That might be my problem. I just didn't get it straight on there. All right, so that's cute. And we can either put this card, I just want something that they can, you know, whoever gets the book can have a place to actually journal on. And I really do love printing on this paper because it really doesn't take, now if you were trying to print something really bright, it might not show up so much because, you know, it is that brownish tone, but it really looks nice with the ranch theme on it. Let me close this up. I do have somewhere in here, I have, this is kind of, you know, like the, has the teepees, the tents, and all that good stuff on it with the light. So it looks like a nice camp out. So let's see if I have something else that would go really good with it. I have this horse, this chief. I don't know if he's a chief or whatever, but he's over here riding. So that might be really neat to put on this page. But we got to cover up all that white. But I think that would really go nice on this side. Hi, Beth. Thank you for coming in. How is your day? You could eat chicken every day. I could too. I could almost eat a turkey sandwich if it's like a turkey sandwich from a turkey that's been just cooked. You know what I mean? I don't like the pressed turkey that they sell at the grocery store. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm just trying to find something that we could use for the background of that white page. This has got like music and it looks like a wood. It's upside down. Am I wanting to use that? It's not the right color for that page next door. If I use that, you know, it doesn't really go with the theme for that. So that's out. We're just looking for a paper. Just looking for a paper. And I have a lot of these calendars left that was given to me. And these are really neat calendars. And that would be really pretty, but we still need to find something to cover the back. Okay, well, here's something I did. This comes in one of my paper packs. Sometimes I give you this paper in my paper pack. So that might be good. Oh, I have a coffee ground, like a coffee stain paper. That would be perfect. Let's just do that. We'll do the coffee stain paper. Let's be smart and we'll measure our page. So our page is, always helps to have the ruler on the right side, right? 5 inches. 5 by 8 1/4. Okay, so 5 by, so I'm going to go 5 this way because that way I'll get more of that paper to use on another page. What is in my thing? Don't you just hate that when you get that like that and it's like we just messed up that paper. Bad. Oh well, so we're gonna use this side of it. I I don't know what I had in my track. But we'll still make that other paper work. We will still make it work. But I hate that when that happens. So that's going to be nice. So we're just going to, we got to measure down here. So what's everybody been working on? If you're working on a journal, what kind of journal are you working on right now? I have to finish my Alice in Wonderland. I think I have 3 more pages, which is really 6 because you got to do each side. And I got to finish that. Hi, Janet. How are you today? And then let's see if we're going to be able to get this to cut this without dragging it. And I need to finish the traveling journal. We're still waiting for, see, it just wants to drag it. We have the 4 amigas are still working on our journal that we have sent around, and I have mine to, I mean, not mine, but I have the next one to work on here, and I think we're just waiting for my journal to get to Lori's, and the journal that Carrie has to get to, I think Carrie sends hers. I send mine to Carrie, so I'm trying to think, who does Carrie send? Oh, I like this side of the paper almost better. Yeah. Who does Carrie send her paper to? Carrie sends hers to Jimmy Lou. Jimmy Lou sends hers to Lori. Lori sends hers to me. That's how it goes. But we're on the last leg of our 4 signature journal. So that'll be super fun to get finished and get back to, its rightful owner. And so right now I have Carrie's, and I'll be working on Carrie's journal, and then it'll go to her. And so I love doing that. That's fun to do. And then I have, what other journal do I have up there to work on? I have the one that we're doing in Bookmakers. And I think I'm almost caught up with all of them. Hi, Linda Martin, how are you? Stuff went out, so we're going to put that in. And now I want to put this guy on, and I think we're going to make this a tuck. So I'm just going to cut it out because I don't know what is holding up. Maybe that little piece of paper. I just replaced this blade, so it shouldn't need a new blade. Shall we see if it's going to cut this cardstock? This is pretty thick cardstock, so it should cut it, and it did. It did. It just really, my days are, when, there's a 3-day weekend, it really throws me off. Even though I don't work, like a job where I have to go to work on a Monday or whatever, but it really does throw off my schedule. It's like all day today I was thinking it was Sunday, and I'm like, no, yesterday was Sunday. I went to church yesterday, but I am going to church again tonight because we have Bible study. So, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, there's Sarah right there. Sarah, we're going to have Bible study tonight. She's the one that runs our Bible study, so going to have Bible study tonight at church. But it just really kind of, when you don't work anymore and you're like really trying to figure out what day it is, I think that might look really kind of neat as a tuck. Now, do I want it as a pocket or a tuck? There's no way I want to chop off his little Indian hat. No way I want to do that. I really don't like it leaves us with a whole bunch of room up there. We could say the sheriff's in town, but that really, he doesn't look like a sheriff, so that wouldn't work. I'm just trying to see what I want to put up on the top. Because it really does look very empty up there. To me, it does. We could just do it like that. Let's do that. Let's put the very smallest that I can of a, just something to let people know that it is a tiny little pocket. We'll do that. And then we're going to go a little bit. You don't always have to go in the center. You know, you don't always have to go in the center. But we're going to do that. Okay, so that way. Now let's just stress where we cut that little bit off. Just so it doesn't look different. Yesterday was my granddaughter who passed away. I can't believe she would have been 35 years old. It is crazy. These kids. I mean, she's already in heaven, but I just can't believe that she's my first granddaughter. I cannot believe that 35 years ago, yesterday, I became a grandmother. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now we have 7 great grandkids already. My goodness, time flies. So I'm going to put this one down first. And then I'm going to try and match up this other one to it. So that's just a little pocket. And we'll find something cute to pop in there. Have a little sign here we can pop in. I have 2 of these, so maybe I'll put one in one and one in the other one. Pony Express. So when you're making a pocket like that, you know, you just put glue on 3 sides. It is kind of humid a little bit, feels like. I think it's because we had so much rain and then it got hot again. So the ground still has a lot of that moisture still in it. So it's like, ooh. It's like, ooh, doggy. I like that. That turned out neat. So now we have Pony Express coming from there and we have one from there. Either that, I don't know if this will fit. Oh, it does fit in there. We can do that instead, and then we'll put this horse this way. So that's kind of neat. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's how that page turned out. I think that turned out good. I think I need to move you guys over a little bit so you can see the table more. Okay, stop moving. Now stop moving. Why are you so sorry? Let's see. Yeah, it is hard, huh? It's hard when they're gone. It's hard. I agree. It is hard, but you know, eventually you just have to, you know, I try my very hardest to always think about all the fun things, you know, kind of deal that we did, and all the years, you know, and all of the crazy stuff that she would do as a little kid, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. And I try to focus myself more on trying to remember all of the good stuff, and instead of trying to remember the last day that she was here, you know, on the earth. So that's what I try to focus on, but that's just me. And I do have this brown ticking. This is the only brown ticking I have. I don't have any of this. I need to find some of this material. But I just think this would go really neat right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I'm just going to cut that off. And yesterday was a really hard day for my son. And that's the hard part. That's where I struggle the most is, you know, when you can't make your, you know, your kids happy. And sometimes you just have to let them, you know, it's a part of the grieving. You just have to let them grieve. And he kind of was like, oh, I just want to hear her voice one more time. So I had a video of her saying something, and I sent it to him so he could hear her voice. And then he said, stop, because then he didn't really want to hear her voice. So I'm like, okay, well, that didn't work. I'm like, okay, that backfired. But it is, you know, you can only do what you can do, right? And I love all these little strings sticking off, so I'm probably going to leave them. I mean, I might pull that one because it's already falling off. But isn't that neat? Maybe that's why it's called ticking. I don't know why it's called that. Why is this material called ticking? But I do love that you can see it on this side too. Now I can see where I need to make it a little more straighter on this side so it lines up better. So there we go. So I like that. I could do that on every page. I would be happy. But that's all I had of it, so I can't. Right? But we have this pocket, so let's find something really cool. We'll close it up and make it its pocket. And let's go ahead and be a little bit smart, though. Sometimes I forget to do this part, and we'll go ahead and just make it look like a pocket before I glue it down. And then we'll glue this up on this side. And this was, I think, I don't know what this, cannot get parties carried anywhere. I don't know where it came from. I can't really read very much of it. So, but I want to find something that's kind of neat that can go there. That's for a horse show, and it's too tall. Just trying to find something, if I had something that was sideways. And we do have this that I was going to put on that other one, and I think this general admission would look really cool right there. It's the Derby Day general admission. So I think that would be perfect right there. Yeah, it's hard, Tracy. My heart goes out to you. I know exactly how you feel. You know, I definitely have walked on your steps. I just, I look up at the stars and I say they're dancing, they're having fun up there together. The two sisters are together now, and nobody's alone up there. We're studying in our Bible group right now. We're studying about heaven, and it's like perfect timing. You know, God puts things in your world sometimes in a perfect timing. And we've been studying this book now for, oh, I don't know, going on a couple months at least. And it's just, we're studying about, you know, what heaven would be like. So I like that in there. So maybe this is the horse that's going to be in the Derby, but I got to just dress it up. So, you know, there isn't anybody in the world that hasn't lost somebody, you know, because we've all lost everybody. You know, we've all lost somebody. It's just hard when it's children, you know. That's the hardest part. Someday we'll all get back together. I like that. So that's neat right there. So did I miss anybody else? Hi, Carol. I like the tattered edges. Me too. Yeah. Well, everybody, like I said, everybody. Hi, Lori, you are here. How are you? How is it over there? Is it cold and rainy? I saw on your live this morning, you're saying it's raining for the 4th day in a row. You're done with the rain. We were supposed to have it, but it got pushed up. So, all right. So now we have this. And I even love how this kind of, I got to get that unglued from itself. Like it actually almost looks like it could go with this page too. All right. So that's fun. So let's see what we're going to put here. And I still, like I said, I still have these pages over here that I chopped up and I put, that would look amazing right there. So let's do it. And you know, not everything has to be a pocket. Do we want it as a pocket? No. do I want it as a pocket? I mean, it could be a pocket, but not every, you know, we just put a pocket on that side, so, and we can do something over on that side. I think it matches the colors really well. Do I want to distress it? Probably. Just so it stands out a little bit. I mean, I actually have a hard time saying Happy Memorial Day. I don't understand how you could put happy in front of Memorial Day. But they do. But I don't know why. I guess I just can't figure out another word to put in front of it. I don't know. Merry Memorial Day? That don't sound right either, right? So, it's like, everybody's just a memory. Strictly cash. See, that's like fun. It says parties carry anywhere. Strictly cash. They're going to the Derby and they're paying nothing but cash. And that went on just a little bit crooked again. My eyes must be really crooked today. Just trying to see if I can scooch it over a little bit. Don't look like I'm going to be able to. That's okay. It'll be fine. So what else? Hi, Amy Kirby. How are you? What are you up to today? How is your weather, Amy? How is your weather? How many people are going to be able to have barbecue? How many? Okay, so what do we want to put on this white page? Now, this might be a good time to use one of these because it'll almost fill the page. Almost. It will almost fill the page. The gentle nudge. Just trying to, I don't want to lose too much of my, you know, I'm trying to find a picture that I don't lose too much of it. Or this might be a good time to use this house. Can we get the whole house on there? Yep. But not a good time to use the house. All right. Back to, we could use this part of the barn. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to turn it over and use the back side as my scrap paper. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jean. How are you today? There's Sarah. So Sarah's watching. Amy's watching. Let's see if I can find any new comments over on my laptop. Oh, there's Cheryl. How are you today? How is your, how's Pennsylvania? Is it rainy or is it nice and warm? On Wednesday, I'm going to go and put my stuff in your son and daughter-in-law's booth. I got all the stuff ready to go. Yesterday, I actually bagged up 100 yards of lace. 100 yards of lace to put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. Only because I'm gonna lose part of it anyways. I have to make a border, so we're gonna try and trim it down and make a border. It has a border kind of on it, so let me see if I can get that, what that looks like. But the other side, I'm not gonna be able to get the border on because, yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna probably cut it to where you can't see that line. Let me just go ahead and cut it down because I won't be able to, you know, because we're gonna cut this paper up, so I won't be able to get that. I won't be able to get it anyways. And I'm not gonna even worry about that little tiny pinhole up there. Just not gonna worry about it. All right, so we got 3 sides, and now we can do our measurement and see how much we need. And I like that. So I think I need to go about right there. Let me just make me a little snippet mark right there. Little snippet mark. So I am super excited to get my stuff put in the booth. And now we have these three guys on the horses. And I love that. Okay, so let's distress and see who else is saying anything. Rain for the 4th day in a row. Yeah, you got rain too, huh? I'm telling you. Oh, that means that Sue's probably getting rain too, huh? Probably raining in New York too. I might go ahead and just snip that little tiny circle off on the top since it's there, just so people's eyes don't go and say, I'm going to look at that instead of looking at the picture. All right, that looks good. So let's go ahead and just dress that one more time just to knock it off. I wish I had that little fun tool that I see people use that makes that edging. We can try and see if we can edge it up with the emery board. This is really slick kind of paper because it's came from a calendar, you know, so that's not really gonna work. But they make that tool that helps score it. Someday I'll have to get that tool. Because, you know, we're all about getting the new tools. So I like that. Do I want to make it as a pocket? We could. We could make it as a pocket. Glad I decided to do it beforehand. I am going to make it a higher pocket though, like that. And just do that. And then that way it's just a higher loading pocket. But they'll know. Hi, Deb. Hey, Deb. I don't know. My husband, I need you to send me your email address. For some reason, I have a wrong email address, I think, for you, because he tried to send you a PayPal invoice, and it came back that it wasn't deliverable. So if you can message me another email address, that'd be great. Or if you just want to Venmo. Somehow, I don't know why it didn't go through. But I want to be able to get yours out. Your lace out to you. That is pretty. I like how that turned out. So I love it. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Hi, Lori. Lori's watching. It says Lori's watching. Sandy's watching. I like that. I really do. I love everything about it. Okay, and then we got our barrel racer over here. So what are we going to do on the other side of our barrel race? See, really, we only have, 400 more pages to go. No. Sometimes it just seems overwhelming. I'm telling you, sometimes it really does. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? We still have 50 pages? That's why you shouldn't put so many pages in things. I want to find something that would go really good with the barrel racing. Let's see if I have anything anything over here. I know I'm having to turn my way, but I don't have enough room on my desk. I do want to use that in here. And here's a bunch of tags I'm going to clip out and put in that have all this fun stuff. But she's a barrel racer, so we got to find something good to put with the barrel racer. And oh no. I do like her, but there's no way to get both of them in there because it's too big. Too big, too big, too big. I have her, and there's no way to get her in there. I have this that I can put. That has nothing to do with barrel racing. Let's see if I have this book here that I think Jamie sent me. And let's see if there's anything in here that we can cut out and put in there. This is her, like, washing the horse afterwards. That might be cute to go in there. Jamie sent me this book to cut up for ephemera. I'm just flipping through to see if there's anything screaming barrel race. I don't see anything. It is going to be kind of wide. Anybody saying anything? Anybody happen? Now that would be cute there. I could do that. I do have another book over here we can look at first. We could do that, but so far we haven't had any vehicles in here. I was going to say that would be really cute. Put on there, you know, trailering it. But so far in this book, I haven't gotten anything that makes it look like it's in this error. So we have the Buckaroo book that I'm using as ephemera pieces too. And we can see if we can find something. These guys are all singing by campfire. We got this Howdy Doody Cowboy over here on this side. We got this guy racing. We got this guy dragging his horse back. She's doing a horse. We can maybe get her. This guy's riding the... We could do Annie Oakley. I think we might be able to do that. I think we are going to be able to do that. So let me just go ahead and pull it out. Anyways. We got the choo-choo train. Well, and I have one more book, so let me grab that one more book down here. I got all these books about cowboys and all this stuff, so these are neat books to tear up and use. These are really big. Oh, look at that. Those are nice cowboys. How big is that? Ooh, that might just fit too. Isn't this nice? That is nice. I was trying to see if I could find another barrel racer or something. Those are guys doing it, but not girls. So, looks like I'm going to go with... This is a neat page too. Look at all the fun stuff we can put. What a great book. I think this chick's, I got this book from her. This Chick's Crafts. So I am going to trim this down as much as I can. And we will see what we can do. I might have to I might actually cut it like this and put it on the page like that. So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. So let me get my scissors out. Hey, Deb, how are you? Are you gonna come on tonight, Miss Sassy Chick? Are you going live tonight? I don't know what I would do if I don't know if you guys are not coming on live. It's like they're my evening television shows, you know, kind of deal. But I usually catch you when I get home from Bible study, because I don't know if Jamie's coming on tonight either. So I'm just kind of trying to see if this is going to fit. Because I might have to be okay with her hair, her hat sticking out. I might just have to be okay with it. Just might have to be okay. Did you finish your 100-day journal too? I'm all done with it except for, and actually, I'm not going to put a closure on it because I put it in a Louis Vuitton box. So I'm actually done. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and trim her. I think I'm just going to go ahead and trim it down just a little bit more. And she's going to be like a crazy pocket anyways, a crazy tuck. And then I think I'll just go ahead and trim her hat. What can it hurt, right? I'm gonna just trim it on the slightest of the inside of it though. Just kind of like that. Make it my own crazy little pocket, right? And we got it to kind of fit. Now it's gonna be okay because we'll put some lace on that side of it, or I can actually put this lace down in front of it. You know, kind of put that down. Actually, I think I'd like it on the back side because then it'll really be able to have it as a pocket. But we'll do that. All right, we have a plan. Might not be that piece, but we'll put something on the back side. All right, so I'm gonna glue here, and I'm gonna glue here and here, and then it'll be a pocket this way. Let me just stress a little bit. Is my time up? I have 10 more minutes, okay. Hi, Giselle. Did she say whether she's coming on or not? Are you coming on, did you say? Hey, Deb, are you coming on? Hi, not sure yet. Okay. Well, you know, if you're on, I'll be watching later. Like I said, I don't get home from Bible study until about 8:15. So you have up until 9:15 to decide. Because you're in Eastern time. Have you been getting a lot of rain too? She's in New York. She's in way up New York. She might as well say she's in Canada, right? All right. So I think that will go right there, just like that. So just going to put the glue on the bottom down here. Because, you know, if I don't have my ice cream while I'm watching you guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get to bed. It's either you or Jamie, and Christy hasn't been on in a long time, so she, you know. Jamie used to be my bedtime story, and now she's coming on just a little bit earlier. So, Beating with Wayne used to be one of my bedtime stories, but, you know, sometimes I watch both of you guys so I can get my little spider story in. So there we have her as a pocket. So I think that is super neat. And Annie Oakley, you know, I don't know if she ever did barrel racing or not. She was more of a, what do you call it? Sharpshooter, I think. So now we need to find something to put on the edge of this. And the only problem I have with, do I have enough ticking to put on it? Oh, I do. I'd rather put this ticking on it. All right, I'm going to use this. I think that's what this is called, ticking. I don't know. I don't know. But we've already used it once in the book, so I'm going to go ahead and use it here. Because if I use this one, I don't have enough to go from edge to edge. So that to me is a problem. And I don't have enough to go to edge for edge, you know. And this I already used, and it's my favorite of all favorites of favorites. I could put that on there. I have used that already once in here too, didn't I? No, I didn't. All right, let's go ahead and use my favorite of all favorites. Pretty soon I'm not going to be able to use it anymore because I'm going to have it all used up. But they say don't hoard your favorites. Use them. Right? But sometimes it's hard to use your absolute favorite. This is it. I don't have any more of this lace. I don't even know where to get any more of it at. I dyed it this beautiful red dirt, and that's all I have left of it. So I don't know what to do, but I will use that again. But I just want to cover it up so you don't see, so you don't, her back of her hat doesn't get stuck on stuff. So I'm just gonna glue this down with Fabri-Tac, and we'll put this beautiful, I gotta clean out my glue cap. Yuck, that was yucky. And then we'll put the fancy side facing her, and the ranchy side on the ranchy side. Oh, just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. If anybody ever finds this lace, it's a vintage lace, so if anybody ever finds this kind of lace, you just let me know. And I love how it kind of folds and tatters and all that good stuff on this side. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. And that goes with her, and then that way, you know, we have our little pocket here. We can put something in it. Really need something big, so let's go ahead and put something big there. So we'll put that in there. All right, so we have 5 minutes. Linda's watching. Rotten weekend, yeah. Rain for you too all weekend long. We have those big old white clouds that hasn't dropped any rain. Yesterday, my daughter went to the pool at the country club, and she said she thought it was going to be warmer than it was. It turned out it wasn't warm. Oh, you know what I did was I ended up cutting up our guy here that's riding the... Oh, well. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. So now we have another whole page that we have to find something to put in it. And didn't we see, I think it was this book that had that neat guys standing. These guys. All right, we're going to do it. We're just going to go, woo, made our decision, pulled it out of the book. I didn't even think twice about it, right? Now, which guy's going to fit better? I think this guy. This guy's going to fit better. It's going to be right down to his boot. Right on down to his boot. All right. Let's just, I'm going to take a little bit off the top where his hat is. Actually, you know what? It's raining. It just started raining. Who sent that rain here? Who did that? Which one of you guys sent that rain? I cannot believe that the rain is hitting my window right here. Who sent the rain? Well, lucky for me, I wasn't planning on barbecuing at all because, like I said, we're having leftover Chinese food. We are going to lose a little bit of this guy's tennis shoe, this guy's boot, but that's just the way life is. When you work on a ranch, sometimes you lose your boot. This is a big paper. I can't even get it all the way in there. I'm just going to have to trim it with my scissors. Somebody sent the rain. I bet you my daughter that's over there at the lake, or at her sister-in-law's, they have like one of those pools in their little community, and it actually has like a little river like kind of deal. Oh, I'm going to lose a little bit more of that. Gonna lose a little bit more of his shoe. That's okay. One shoe's better than no shoes. Alright. And we're going to do it this way. And we're going to have it as a tuck that way. So let's put a notch in it. Guys are driving really fast to go get all of the ranch. They don't like... Ranch hands don't like to work when it's raining either. I don't understand that at all. Ranch hands don't like rain. So I'm just going to glue 3 sides of this. And then we will be done for the day. You just did it, Linda. Thank you. Oh, your son came out and you gave it to me. Oh, no. Now Deb's saying it's her. She sent me the rain. Well, we need the rain, so I'll take it. But I really wasn't expecting it to rain. It was said it wasn't going to come. First it said it was going to rain for 3 days. And then it pushed it, and it says it's not going to rain. And just as I was telling you guys how sunny it's been, all of a sudden I heard stuff hitting the window. I'm like, it's raining. But there's sun out, so that's, you know, usually... That was a wise tale. If it's raining when it's sunny, that means it's going to rain tomorrow. So I think we're going to have rain tomorrow because it's sunny out and it's raining. All right, I like that. And the guys are out frantically trying to feed the cows before it gets too muddy. So that turned out really cute there as a little pocket. I like that. So I only have a couple more pages to do on this book. So we might finish it up on Friday at 2 o'clock. We'll finish this book up. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to close it yet. I have not figured out a closure. I kind of want to, I have some leather I might want to wrap around it. But I have no idea yet how I want to make a closure for it. I was trying to wait to see how big it gets. So, well, anyways, I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your weekend. You got an extra day, right? And then have a safe, don't be traveling if you don't have to. I'm going to travel to church, but I don't even get on the highway. I can get to church without getting on the highway. So I'm going to go to Bible study tonight. And then I will be in an event. Is it tomorrow? I have my schedule on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me just see. And then I'll jump off of here because I know other people are coming on. Let me find out. I did post my schedule. So do I know my own schedule in my head? No. Yes, tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time. 2 o'clock Central Time, I'll be on tomorrow. We're going to do the Craft Go. And I have 3 prompts that I have to do. So I will see everybody tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time, right? 2 o'clock Central Time. Have a good night. Thank you for crafting with Nani. Bye-bye. Stay safe, guys. Please stay safe.